Man, I'm just looking at how how different rap is to what it used to be compared to the difference how music is compared to it used to be. You rarely seldom hear love songs, or you rarely seldom hear songs that will inspire you. You can listen to the whole tape and it's saying a whole lot of positive things, and it is evoking you to think about your life different from music, from art. And I believe that's the changes in society has bled into boxing in a very negative way. It's almost like the gift and the curse. However, you can talk negative shit about your person in your weight class, but never be accountable to fight them due to the fans. The fans has became so involved in the fighter's life that it's borderline creepy. These overzealous fans, or these maniac fans have come in between some big fights. I believe the fans broke up the Joshua and Wilder fight by just picking sides. If the fans would say, "Look, I want to see a fight, and I'm not purchasing nothing else from these two guys. I'm not fucking with these niggas at all," and let them do what they do. We're not supporting them because they won't fight. They won't give us what we want, but we constantly gotta. Time is money. Even if you don't pay the pay per view, if you write a blog about that boxer, it helps them out. Promotion. If you go see their fights, it helps them out. If you comment about them, it helps them out. It helps. They put they anytime you put their name on something in social media, it helps them out. That mean they people care about their career. But with this Crawford and Earl Spence is taking a real scary turn for the worse. Because there's people up here sitting up there saying that Terrence Crawford don't need Earl Spence to Earl Terrence Crawford don't need Earl Spence. Yeah, then there's some people on the other side. Yeah, Spence don't need Terrence Crawford. He can fight all the fighters in PPC, and he still get good fights. Man, if you cared about boxing, you wouldn't say something so crazy. Cause damn right, I would be making like they need each other so they can provoke these two niggas to get in the ring with each other, so we can see who's the best for ourselves, not for who we love and who we think is the best. That shit is bullshit. You would sit up here and argue about Terrence Crawford is 40% need 40% of the revenues. No, I think they because they need each other to make the money, it should be split down the middle. It should be split down the middle. It shouldn't be you shouldn't be advocating for one fighter to get paid more than the other. You're not his boxing manager. You're not his parents. You're not Terrence Crawford's father. You're not his little brother. You're not his business management. You're not his promotional. So why the fuck should you care how much money he get paid in a big fight? Are you gonna sit down? Is he gonna sit down and bust the money down with you? Okay, since you like sucking my dick online, I'm gonna give you 20 stacks. Nah, he ain't gonna give you shit. He not even gonna talk to you when he see you. He gonna jump in his Rolls Royce with his fur coat and go about his fucking business. But you still on the internet. You still on the internet. Probably living in a motherfucking abandoned minium and shit. Living in a crack house somewhere, crying about a millionaire. How much more can this nigga make? These two guys are. I don't care whether you see Terrence Crawford flashing jewelry or whether you see him jumping in Lamborghinis. This is a wealthy man. This is a rich man. Errol Spence is a rich person. He got millions. He made millions of dollars before he even came champion. He made millions of dollars with Danny Garcia. He made millions of dollars with Sean Porter. He made millions and millions of dollars He made millions of dollars with Kell Brook when he went overseas and took that belt. That was very lucrative. He was selling merchandise. He was getting paid. So why should you worry about him getting 60% of the revenues? It don't make fucking sense as a fan to be these guys, to be so attached to these boxers that you don't even want to see the fight. Oh yeah, Terrence Crawford got to leave Tyrant to get the fight. If he leave Tyrant, then he need to get the fight. He should be rewarded for the fight. Who gives a fuck if he re-signs with Top Rank? That is still an easy fight to make. That's an easy fight to make. I believe the Tyson Fury fight and Deontay Wilder fight should have been an example. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. This fight will generate over 1 million pay-per-view buys. This fight will generate over pay-per-view buys. I could see this fight doing close to 2 million because of the background. The mainstream media, they will be on tour. People will buy this fight. That's all they have to do is sell it. The fight basically going to sell itself. But if these two don't like each other, there's a little bad blood, it make the fight go long way. The fight could sell 2 million pay-per-views. If Tyson and and the nigga he just fought Roy Jones and shit, y'all niggas, y'all must have forgot. If they fight this nigga, they can generate as much or more than that fight because of the history. These are both two mainstream guys. But the fans want to be their manager. They want to be their promoter. They want to be their accountant. Oh, Errol Spence got more money. I don't know what kind of knuckle dragging shit is this. Oh, Errol Spence, he fought this person, he fought that guy. Who the fuck Terrence Crawford fighting? Well, you can't say that he's not fighting nobody because the people that fighting people don't seem like they want to fight him. Though it don't make no sense, but he getting rid of everybody that you put in front of him. He's showing you that he's not on their level. They not on his level. So he gets them the fuck out the ring. He almost like Mayweather on steroids. Errol Spence have a very entertaining style. Crawford have a very entertaining style. This fight, they will collide in the middle of the ring before the 5th round is out. I predict these guys will get into a slugfest, and I believe both of them probably will be dropped in this fight. It's going to be whoever got the most heart wins because they both are equally skilled. Y'all people just don't see the things that Errol Spence does in the ring because they very subtle. It looked like he just walking forward. Throwing a lot of punches, landing and overwhelming people, but that's not the case. He took away Mikey Garcia countering ability by blinding him with so many shots that kept him on the defense before he can get his offense going. That takes technical skills to do that and didn't get hit. That shows you his skill level is very high. Everybody know how fundamentally sound Mikey Garcia is to go in there and dominate him without fighting like the bigger man. He beat him with range. He beat Mikey Garcia with range. And that's a very hard thing to learn in boxing is knowing when you are too close in, you in no man's land or you safe. He know where he at every time in the ring. He know how to get his punches off. So Terrence Crawford know how to read fighters real good. I believe he think he know Errol Spence's style. I think he believe he actually can beat Errol Spence. But the fans got to stay out of it. The fans got to stop being these guys accountants, being these guys lawyer, business partners, and all kind of wild shit of that sort. The fans need to stay the fuck out this situation and be fans. I don't want to call Errol Spence. I don't want to talk to him on the phone. I don't want to know what he ate last night, what kind of car he drove, how good his girlfriend pussy is. I don't give a fuck about none of that goddamn shit, man. Who gives a fuck about it? Who gives a fuck at the end of the day? I got my own shit to be worrying about. I want to see these two niggas get in there and fight. And the fans are fucking it up. Now Terrence Crawford talking about going down to 135. And he's all muscle. That means he would have to cut into muscle. That means he would have to lose muscle weight instead of water weight. And that right there can be dangerous for his brain. It can be dangerous draining your body down to that size. It would be a killer on his. I believe it would destroy this kid's career. But since he's so desperate for a big fight, he hear the rumblings on the internet that he never fought nobody. You think that don't disturb him? It would disturb him more if he wasn't who he is. But for him being pound for pound best and people discredit all his fights, that will hurt. That I know that gotta hurt him because he put a lot into the sport. But it's people on the internet still bashing these guys, and being their accountant and lawyer, and not holding them to the responsibility of giving us the best fight. Niggas should stay out of. I'm officially out. I never was in it. Mostly all my videos, is about their skill set, how they would look against each other in the ring, not who should get the most money. You don't see me talking about that dumb shit. Because it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything if I'm not getting paid out of. If I'm getting paid for it, I'm going to promote my ass off. But it's fighters, it's fans that don't even have channels that even comment saying Errol Spence knocks Crawford out easy. He's too big, he's so tough. I believe it's a 50-50 fight. At one point I thought Earl would just walk through the kid, but I don't really think that way. You live and you learn. I don't think he can. I believe Terrence Crawford too skilled. Went back and looked at his style, and I know the reason why he get hit, not because he don't know how to judge range or whatever of that sort. He get hit because he constantly looking for different ways to counter his opponent. So sometimes all the things you do don't work all the time, but it might work later on in the round. Or he might take another look from a southpaw stance to see what else he can see. But he always trying to counter his opponent. That's why he gets too close and get hit sometimes. Not that he's a sloppy fighter. At first I thought so, but he's not a sloppy fighter. He started off a little cold. And that's how it is, man. Stay out these guys' business, man, and let these guys fight.